Welcome to another episode of Can You Reach That?
Can you reach that?
Wait at the census.
Little ASMR for the morning.
Yeah, you gotta hit the census.
Yeah, man.
I wanted to ask you, man. I saw this. I saw this online. I thought it was a interesting question.
Let me hear it.
Who wins in a fight?
Mike Tyson, obviously.
Well, yeah. Chuck Norris.
Ooh,
He turned 85. He just turned 85.
I think
Or 88? Was it 88?
He could still win.
I don't know. Chuck Norris wins. He can turn whatever age he wants. I ain't saying nothing.
For real.
Who wins in a fight? A horse-sized duck or a duck-sized horse?
A horse-sized duck or a duck-sized horse.
You got the horse the size of a duck.
So
and a duck the size of a horse.
That means we got a little ankle biter out here. The horse the size of a duck.
Yeah,
or we have a tiny horse or we have a giant duck.
Yeah, let's call it a 7 foot.
Are they fighting each other?
Yeah, 7 foot duck versus, let's call it a foot and a half horse.
I don't know. Would he still have the horse kick?
Probably, yeah. I mean, he's a horse, right?
Could he take a duck out at the knees?
Could he? They got them skinny little legs.
I don't know. I have to go with the.
But you see ducks chasing grown men who run away from them.
Yeah, they do.
They flail their wings and they start, quacking.
Yeah. So if he's the size of a horse, Jesus Christ, that's a fucking dinosaur, basically.
Right.
Yeah, a duck-sized horse. Yeah, I feel like that would win in a fight. He's just gonna eat the little horsey duck.
Well, you said a duck-sized horse is gonna win.
Duck-sized horse. He just grabbed the little horsey by his bill, like rack, eat him like crackers. Is that the horse's name? Crackers?
I mean, have you seen the videos where they've shown videos where seagulls are like swallowing rats and the squirrels and stuff?
Yeah.
So I mean, I feel like a duck's not far off, right? So I mean, would it just?
Yeah, I know. But if we're putting the two up against each other, I gotta go with the duck-sized horse.
The 6.5 or 7 foot duck.
Yeah. Sounds dangerous.
I concur. I think that seems probably more feasible.
By night, he's probably a superhero.
But that if the horse kick is strong enough, I mean, it's got 4 legs. The duck has those 2 little skinny legs.
Yeah,
there's a chance, I guess.
It might shatter a femur or two.
If it breaks his leg and then he runs up to his face and then just starts
he's like
back kicking his face.
Yeah,
I don't know. I'm just trying to hold the horse down. You know what I mean? I don't have faith in him.
Poor horse.
Trying to cheer for the underdog, I guess.
Turn him into glue.
Under horse.
Turn that horse into glue.
Turn him into glue.
Be a sticky situation.
Dog food.
Can you reach that? You see that? Let's talk about it. That. Believe that. Let the people know that we see that and what they want to know. Can you reach that? Can you reach that? And now your host, Tango and Coop. Can you reach that? Can you reach that?
Can you reach that?
I mean, we've talked a lot about Marvel movies, the MCU.
Marvel over everything.
The Marvel everywhere universe, multiverse, time travel, whatever you want to call it, right?
Yeah.
We don't talk about DC as much.
I mean, is there much to talk about?
I mean, I feel like it's not.
Shots fired.
Definitely not as expansive, obviously.
No. I feel like they've always been in Marvel's shadow.
I feel like the problem is they don't establish it as a universe the way Marvel did. They just put out movies, right?
Yeah.
And then if they don't put out movies, they put out reboots, or like you had the Batman, trilogy.
Yeah. How many times did they?
And then they did another Batman, and then you know what I mean. So I feel like it's just different phases that they go through, as opposed to just having a whole universe that intertwines.
Yeah.
I know they sort of tried with the Justice League and things like that,
which was cool. I did enjoy those movies.
Justice League was pretty good. I enjoy now the Chris Nolan trilogy with Christian Bale. I think that was my favorite Batman series.
Yeah. The Dark Knight series.
I just dug that whole trilogy, man.
Yeah.
It was just so well done.
That was and at that time too, I think they were just getting into like the whole IMAX movie going experience. Like I remember they did it was like 5-10 minute trailer for The Dark Knight.
Yeah.
When it first came out.
Yeah.
And they just had the Joker scene. Like that was, I couldn't get enough of it.
That's super dope. I mean,
could not get enough of it.
And not to some people may hate or like it, but Like the Flash movie, I didn't think it was that bad. I thought it was pretty good. I mean, it was kind of a sort of a multiverse kind of hash.
I enjoyed it, but time travel ruins everything
It
for me
does.
for some reason.
And we've had that discussion too. But
and it's like him just running in a circle managed to reverse the whole spin of the earth. Like that was just,
well, Superman did that.
Oh, that was Superman. I'm confusing my DC characters now.
So, but no, I mean, I thought it was cool, you know, and then the fact that they had the little cameo with the Michael Keaton Batman, and you know, there was a lot to it, right? But I feel like DC just is better at just putting out movies and not having them to be related. The way Marvel does
without the whole network thing. So that's your favorite Batman?
I think so, and that's not taking nothing away from the others. I mean, like the original two Tim Burton ones. I mean, they're a little more campy. They're Tim Burton-esque. They have the comic feel to it.
Yeah,
and I thoroughly enjoyed. I think it got a little bit worse when it kind of, not taking away from the acting skills, but I didn't dig the George Clooney Batman. I didn't dig the Val Kilmer Batman.
What about I mean, I still, as much as I love, why am I drawing a blank on his name? What was Dark Knight's Batman?
For the Christopher Nolan one?
No, yeah.
Christian
Bale, yeah. Christian Bale is a close second for me, but I gotta give it up to the OG Adam West. Like
Adam West. And see, again, like real super comic campy, right?
Yeah.
Like they went, I mean,
but that, you know,
for the time,
that was
they
the
just
time.
didn't have, yeah. No, I get it.
But like that I can't get over the OG Batman. I mean, like he has his utility belt, his shark repellent spray, you know, Robin. Yeah, Robin was Willikers Batman.
He didn't have a suit that had built-in
all the muscles built in
nipples.
Nah, it was all Adam West charm, you know.
Right.
Him and Commissioner Gordon were like that, you know. Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, and you know, the newer Batmans, you know, they're okay.
Ben Affleck Batman?
It's all right. It's not terrible. All right.
Yeah, it's not on my. So
the Pattinson,
Ben Affleck or George Clooney, like over who do you have over?
I would probably put Ben Affleck over Clooney.
Over Clooney?
Yeah.
Or does Val Kilmer fit in there? Over or under Clooney?
Val Kilmer would have to go wherever the worst one is.
Yeah.
He'd go right below that. And that's not taking away from Val Kilmer's acting ability or nothing.
Right.
You know,
yeah.
You know, you want to talk about Willow, let's talk about Willow. You know, Val Kilmer, you know what I'm saying? But like, as a Batman, that just wasn't it, man. And I don't know if it was that it was necessarily his fault. I just think the whole movie itself just wasn't good.
Michael Keaton is near the he's in the top. He's
of the
near
list.
the top. Yeah,
he's
that puts him third on my list.
So yeah, I could go with that.
I think I got.
I mean, I put Will Arnett as Lego Batman, like probably number 4.
Yo,
he's probably number 4 right there. I mean,
Lego Batman
is classic.
Lego Batman was dope. You can't knock Lego Batman. Yeah, you got to add Lego Batman.
So yeah, shout out to Will Arnett. I totally put him on the top, and he's definitely top 5. So.
Yeah, seriously. He might be rounding out my top 5.
Yeah. So
that's fire. Yeah, man. They did I really did like the Dark Knight series. That one really got me back into Batman.
Yeah.
Because I kind of lost interest, especially with, you know, the campiness of
right.
Arnold Schwarzenegger doing Mr. Freeze, Jim Carrey doing the Riddler. Great jobs, by the way. Not knocking them.
Nice to meet you.
Maybe it's time to take a chill pill.
Right.
Yeah.
No, you know, I think DC has they've had some good movies, right? I just think that it's when they try to be like Marvel and you try to do that intertwining, just I say don't do that. Stay in your lane. Just do your movies.
Right. And it's hard not to, you know, when you see what they're doing. Like you want to do
you want to mimic the success. Yeah. I get it. But they're successful in their own right. The Batman series was very successful.
I think they got two, for me, I feel like they just got too serious. Mm-hmm. Too serious, you know, the Wonder Woman's, the Justice League.
And see, like Wonder Woman, the first Wonder Woman, I liked it. I thought it was a good movie. The 1984 one was okay. But I liked the first one.
I didn't like the villain. I forget her name or the person that played her.
Right.
The character that played her. But
of the first one?
The 1984 one.
Oh, the 1984, yeah.
Kirsten Wiig.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Like, I liked the first Wonder Woman movie. I thought that one was pretty good.
First one was good. It was good. We got to see some establishing of her.
Yeah.
Gal Gadot played a great role
So
establishing her, but
yeah, and you know, and again, standalone films like just taking it a little left is Constantine. Like I like the Constantine film.
Constantine was great.
Keanu
Keanu
Reeves.
Reeves, yeah.
I mean, I thought they did a great job on that one.
Yeah.
I thought it was a good movie, and I actually read recently that they took a script to DC.
To
Keanu
do
and them
another
took, yeah, they
Constantine?
want to do two. They've been wanting to do two. So
Yeah.
from what I read, Keanu Reeves and whatever team he has, they took a script and they pitched it. So they pitched a new story. I don't know if it's a full script, but they pitched a storyline.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of like let's see some Constantine. You know,
Yeah, Constantine was good. I enjoyed the first one.
there's yeah. I mean,
But I mean, I enjoy anything Keanu does. Good, bad, or indifferent. Like,
did you enjoy Keanu?
I did. I love Keanu.
That movie was dope. The cat.
Man, with the cat? Yeah. Yeah, that in itself was, I mean, that might be the best Keanu film ever. And it's not even Keanu, it's
Right.
the cat, you know? But nah, Key and Peele did their thing with that movie.
That was hilarious.
Yeah.
But no, I agree. I mean, John Wick, you know, don't mess with the dude's dog.
John
man.
Wick is dope.
Don't mess with the dog.
All of them.
None of that would have started if they didn't mess with the dog.
Nope. They brought it on themselves.
So I get it. You know, you got to go 4 or 5 films deep and just, you know, take it out.
Yeah. Speed, you know? Like, I mean, any Keanu.
But then you got Speed 2 and you're kind of like, okay.
I mean, they kind of lost me with that one. But the original, the Point Break, you know, like, can't get over a good Keanu movie.
For sure.
But Keanu plays Keanu in every movie.
He does.
Yeah.
He does. Bill and Ted.
Right.
Right. You know,
love Bill and Ted.
So, you know.
Love Bill and Ted.
And cycling back to DC, you know, and getting back away from Keanu, because again, Constantine, great movie. I'd love to see what they do if they do a second one. That'd be dope.
He said doo-doo.
Doo-doo. James Gunn, you know, he's been kind of grasping the whole DC thing, and he's been putting his fingers in a lot of DC stuff, which is good. He's confirmed that there is a Teen Titans movie in the works.
Live action?
I believe so. I want to say yes.
Nice.
I don't have details, but he just said, I saw in an interview that he said it was in the works. I think that's pretty dope. And then he's also got, apparently it's halfway through production already, but Supergirl.
Okay.
Supergirl movie is halfway through production. So
you know who's playing?
I don't. I got look a little deeper. I just was like in a DC rabbit hole, and I was just like, we need some DC films now, you know? So yeah, Supergirl. I mean, that's a kind of cool little lineup. Supergirl, Teen Titans, and Constantine.
Right.
Could be a little, depending on the stretch between films. We could have a little DC run.
A little DC run, yeah.
So,
and it again seems kind of, I say again, but seems kind of interesting how they're doing the B list of superheroes. Also, like how Marvel is bringing out their B list of superheroes. You know, like, and you know that's not we have had a run of Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman,
for sure,
Green Lantern. You know, all the biggest popular.
Most people would like to not talk about Green Lantern.
They really don't. They really don't like Green Lantern. But then Ryan Reynolds kind of fucked that one up. I like.
Well, he admitted. I mean, even in Deadpool, he kind of, you know, when he went back, he took care of it. So it doesn't even exist anymore. Don't even worry about it.
Nah.
But you know, and speaking of B-list, you know, films and characters, that I also saw there was going to be a shorts, and I'm guessing these are going to be animated. But I saw there was going to be a bunch of shorts made for Crypto, you know, Superman's dog.
Oh yeah, I did see that.
So
yeah,
we, you know, again, and not saying that he's B-list. I mean, I guess Superman's dog is important, but.
Right.
You'll get some Crypto shorts. So
that'll be fun.
That's something to look forward to, I guess.
They did Super Dogs too, right? Is that the same?
I think Super Dogs. Didn't they do it with like Batman's dog and Superman's dog or something?
Dog and
wasn't Kevin Hart part of that?
Kevin Hart was one of the voices.
That's right.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, so lots of DC stuff in the works. I think out of all those listed, I think Teen Titans could have potential, but I'm kind of looking forward to if they pull the trigger on Constantine too.
Yeah, that'll be a good one.
I think that'll be.
Looking forward to the Constantine.
Kind of dope. Is there any other DC films that like either have existed that you enjoy, or ones that you wish they'd either remake or come up with? You know which one they should do? Just because I think it could be kind of funny at the same time, but Wonder Twins.
Wonder Twins. I don't even.
Wonder Twins activate form of, shape of.
Oh no. All I'm thinking of is the ambiguously gay duo.
Oh, that's the wrong twins, bro.
That's all that's coming to mind.
Yeah, that's. I don't know what superhero movies you looking forward to. I am not looking forward to that. That is not super at all.
Wonder Twins activate.
So yeah, Wonder. What about or like Martian Manhunter movie? You never watched Justice League as a kid?
No.
Oh man.
Nope.
Did you at least watch Justice League with Scooby Doo? Like
no, I wasn't big on DC.
Man,
I wasn't big on DC.
So there's no other DC characters you would want to see a movie of?
No.
You're like, I've already seen him. Batman, Superman. That's all I know.
I mean, that's it. How many other DC characters are there?
I mean, Flash, Wonder Woman.
Yeah, I don't like Flash.
Green Lantern, as you said.
I mean, how many more times
Patchy
can we
Chief?
do?
The dude that grows super big when he's nothing? Doesn't
Nah.
ring a bell? Oh my God.
Nah. Nope.
Terrible.
Marvel all day.
Terrible.
Marvel or nothing.
Well, aside from all those superhero movies, and I know we mentioned it on a previous show, but I still say Spawn. That's not DC or Marvel, so let's just do a Spawn movie.
Spawn will be dope.
So call it a day. What other Marvel characters do you want to see them do? I mean, we kind of talked about that.
We talked about this already.
Well, we talked about having a Howard the Duck and all, but I'm saying like, what other B-list ones or do you want them to come out with? Since you're not a DC fan.
Now I'm gonna have to say I'm not a Marvel fan either.
You got me.
They're all great. Any Marvel character. The last one they came out with is that'll be a good one to make a movie of.
You mean like Iron Man or? What?
I mean, not Iron Man.
Captain America.
They're not Marvel.
Did you see last Captain America? Oh man,
another Iron Man would be crazy.
Well, he's dead.
Only in this universe.
Yeah, he's gonna come back as Dr. Doom, right?
Yeah.
So there you go.
Just crazy. Anything's possible. Yeah, I mean the multiverse just kind of shifted everything for me. Now it's like I've really kind of lost interest because after Endgame, like it really just hasn't been the same for me. It just hasn't.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, it's just kind of it's like it built up to this point. It got to that climax. It had its release,
and it was very satisfying.
We're done.
I'm still satisfied.
We're done.
Yeah,
we're eating our sandwich now.
Yeah,
we're eating our sandwich. We're good.
Everything after that is just on some fuckboy shit,
So here's another thought. As far as movies are concerned, there's been more than a few TV shows that have had movie adaptations. Is there any TV show from the past that you think would make a good
movie?
like a good film, like a good comeback movie? I remember they tried to do like the Brady Bunch, the Hillbillies, and they tried to do tons of different shows into movies.
Yeah.
What TV show would you want to see as a movie?
A TV show as a movie. Yeah, I can't think of any. Do you have any TV shows?
I don't, because I feel like most short form should stay short form. I think if you have a show and it's a show, it's a show. I don't say a movie.
I don't know. A Friends movie?
No, I didn't even
a
like
Living
Friends.
Single movie?
Nah. I mean, what's really hard is to take especially a comedy sitcom. Like you take a show like that and try to make it into a movie. I always feel like you delve into the realm of forced humor.
Yeah.
Like, we're used to a 22-minute, show, and now all of a sudden we have to come up with, an hour and 30.
Or you do like Fresh Prince and they turned the comedy into a drama.
A drama, right?
And I think they did a pretty good job with that.
You want a Friends drama?
A Friends drama, yeah.
Wouldn't that just be like Beverly Hills 90210?
I mean, basically.
I mean,
pretty much, yeah.
Unpopular opinion, how Friends.
No? I thought it was pretty funny.
I
feel, but maybe I thought it was
humor. I don't know. I didn't dig it.
Maybe I thought it was funny because I felt like I was getting to see behind the curtains of white people. Like this is what they do when they're all by themselves in their houses.
Maybe in New York.
They sit there and they go to coffee shops and
right?
Yeah.
No,
That's not LA white people.
it wasn't. I don't know. I never got into Friends. Never got it.
I
I
didn't.
I
Yeah,
worked on
yeah.
it, but I didn't get into it. Like
I didn't get into it till after the fact.
I saw 10 seasons of shows. I saw every episode
Yeah.
because of the work I was doing. I just it was work.
Didn't interest you, huh?
Was not.
I
And I'm
liked
not
it.
taking away from the other actors and nothing like that. It just wasn't my cup of tea.
I liked it. I thought it was funny. I don't think it was as funny as Living Single. I don't think it was as funny as How I Met Your Mother. Like I love How I Met Your
How I
Mother.
Met Your Mother is funny. Yeah, that's a hilarious show.
That one had me. I hated the last season though. They kind of all this build up to how he meets the mom, and then spoiler alert: if you haven't seen it
Right.
yet, this is on you because it's been out for a minute.
She did.
She died. She died, and then he ends up with Robin anyway. It's like y'all went through all of that.
Well, you don't know that he ended up with her, but he did ask her out at the end.
I'm sure they ended up together. They've wanted each other since the Blue French Horn.
Blue French Horn. Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, I was big into that show. Barney Stinson, though, like that was my dog right
Playbook.
there. Yeah. I actually got the playbook as a gift. Somebody got me the playbook.
You had to bring that in.
Yeah, I gotta find it.
We should read some plays.
It's in a box somewhere. That'll be crazy.
So, segueing from movies to TVs, and now I'm going to get into the music. You were a big Mace fan, weren't you?
I did love me some Mace. Mace was pretty top tier at the time. That song you had with Monifa, man. I love the bass in that one.
Right.
I love the
Mace.
bass in that one.
Mace had a good run. You know what I mean? And he retired, and now he's got the podcast with Cam, and they asked him when his new music's dropping, and he let it be known that he's got a triple CD coming. I'm assuming by saying triple CD, it's song count more as opposed to physical media. Maybe he's going to release something.
Maybe he's going to do physical. Yeah, people are doing physical now.
But I that gives me the inclination of maybe like 35, 40 songs that he's got ready to go. So what do you think about Mace releasing some new music?
I'm here for it. I wonder if it's going to be a collab between him and Cam since they're doing the podcast together.
I'm sure Cam is definitely going to be on. I'm almost positive.
But no, it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting to see.
I wonder who's producing. I wonder where the beat's coming from. I want to know more details.
Yeah.
They did ask him what the release date was going to be.
When's that?
You want the quote?
Yeah.
When Diddy's trial starts.
He's gonna drop it when Diddy's trial starts.
He said the day Diddy's trial starts, he's gonna drop his album.
So he might be sitting on it already.
So
did I say that right? He might be sitting on it already.
He might have it,
and he's just waiting to press the upload button.
Could be.
That'll be interesting.
So the day Diddy goes on, which is I believe May 5th is when his trial is set, something like that.
Cinco de Mayo.
So yeah, he might have a new Mace album.
That'll be crazy. That'll be it at that. That's a good fuck you to Diddy, you know?
And I think that was his intent. He kind of basically said, like, some payback.
Yeah, that I mean, it sucks. Like on one hand, I can appreciate Diddy for everything he did to introduce these artists to the world, everybody on Bad Boy. On the other hand, I think it's kind of shitty how he fucked everybody over.
Right.
Unfortunately, because as much as I like to see Black people doing shit like having record labels and putting people on and everything like that, I feel like we missed an opportunity to do it differently than the big record labels. Like big record labels did it one way, and for some reason everybody just thinks that's the blueprint to how we have to do music,
right,
where the artist gets screwed in the deal no matter
what
who the label is. And it's like, yeah, I mean, we could have did it different. We could have made it a little more beneficial for the artist, but I guess it just doesn't work out like that. Maybe I'm too kumbaya and all of this shit.
Yep.
Maybe I'm not selfish enough. Maybe that's why I'll never have a record label.
I mean, you sign a deal, they give you $1 million, and then
they charge you 1.5.
And then they not just that, but what they do is they take their percentage from your sales, right? Let's say by the time you're paying your agent and all your other stuff, right? Let's say you're left with 20%, right, of what your sales are. from that 20% is where the label then starts recouping
Recovering
their million, not from the 60% or whatever that they keep.
Right.
That's profit. They're going to recoup your million from your profits.
Yeah.
So you're not going to get paid until you're done, and that's why there's just no money in a record deal. I mean, it's
unfortunate. It's sad, you know. It's really sad. The gift and the curse, you know, because it's like fame or fortune. It seems like you can't really have both unless you're like really hit all the metrics and can,
right.
you know, be the next Kendrick Lamar or the next Drake, you know, like. Now, what I do give props to Master P for doing, like, he had a great distribution deal, you know, so
Right.
him being able to just put out music and own everything off the top, great business acumen, you know.
Right.
Unfortunately, everybody doesn't get that. Like, you have to know what you're talking about to be able to get that deal.
Right, for sure.
Otherwise, you're getting the, what do they call it, the 360?
That's what most artists are under.
Yeah.
The 360 deal.
Because as it is, you know, like, from somebody that comes from nothing, from the streets, that's your big break.
But you go from nothing to nothing. You got fame.
Yeah, and that's about it.
But as far as your pockets.
And then you still don't really know how to leverage your fame properly.
And mind you, you know, they're also taking money off your merch. They're taking money off of everything that you do. So.
Everything. And you see it, you know, even with the greats like Michael Jackson, Prince. I shout out to Prince going so far as to not use his name to be able to make his own music.
Right. When he switched to the artist.
The artist formerly known as Prince. Yeah. It's half cap.
Yeah, you own Prince, fine. I'm the artist now.
You can keep the name. I'll make music under my own nomenclature.
Yep.
So, you know, genius on his part. But the fact that you have to go through all of that, like, you're the talent, you're the one bringing everything to the table. Unfortunately, they have the resources and the network and the distribution, but that doesn't give them the right to take 60, 70, 80%.
Right, take everything.
Yeah.
Right.
Kind of messed up, but again, you know, there's an opportunity for somebody out here to do it differently as a record label. Give the artist a bigger cut of the pie. Share the masters 50-50, you know? Everybody gets to make money.
Right.
We get to do what we want with it. You get to do what you want with it. Whenever you make money off of it, we get a cut. Whenever we make money, you get a cut. Like, why can't it be? Again, maybe I'm too fucking kumbaya. Everybody eats, you know, but
kumbaya?
Kumbaya. Yeah, there we go. God forbid everybody eats.
No, that's what it is. I mean, that's the hierarchy.
Sad.
It's the hierarchy. There's always a hierarchy, and it's.
Well, when we start CYRT Studios, if you're tired of your producers
dancing all in the video.
Oh shit.
Dancing all up in the videos.
Don't come for me, Suge.
Take that.
Don't come for me, Diddy, either. I don't want you on my bumper either.
No Diddy?
No Diddy. Be on your bumper.
So, I mean, and just keeping on the music tone, have you seen the trend? You know, Chris Brown released that song Residuals, and there's the Residuals challenge,
the Residuals challenge. Yeah.
So, you know, there's been some great ones, man. Like Tank put one out, and that was dope.
Saw Mario did one.
Mario did one as dope.
Yeah.
Boys to Men's Sons, one more. They did theirs.
What about One Less?
One Less. They one more. One Ye Son. But hey, and it was dope. But did you see the latest? There's the latest one, dude, and it comes straight from behind the bars.
The prison joint, Mr. Robert Kelly himself.
R. Kelly. So he dropped one over the phone. Collect call.
Yeah.
And
a banger.
So everybody feels some type of way when an R. Kelly song comes on, because you know this dude's talent. You know his range, you know his skill. But at the same time, you know the deed. And so you feel the type of way, right? You feel like, oh man, this dude I can't listen to his music because and it's rough, right? Because for years, I mean, and I know they say, you know, there were signs in the lyrics.
Signs were always there. Second he stepped out with Aaliyah.
Age ain't nothing but a number.
Age ain't nothing but a number. As soon as he stepped out with Aaliyah. And then he did the same thing with Sparkle.
Yeah, I mean,
signs were always there. Either way, I don't want to cut you off.
Talented. No, you can. Talented. I mean, it's crazy how good. But he did his he did his from over the phone, and it just solidified the fact that this dude is like
Man still got it.
just an extraordinary talent. It sucks that he is in the position he's in because of the deeds he did.
He did it to himself.
But golly, man. And we've talked about like the fact that like real R&B is rough to find now. Like it's hard pressed because most people is just straight up auto tuned or it's like that half sing half rap. It's not really singing.
Yeah.
And R. Kelly, Tank, those guys like they can sing.
Yeah.
And I'm not even taking away from Chris Brown. He can sing. He's probably one of the most recent artists, mainstream wise, that is out there doing it like that. But like,
yeah, I'm hearing more females that are doing R&B than males.
Right.
Yeah, it's not really too many. I've heard some. I don't even know what the category is, but there's like a drill R&B type of, and it could be a joke, but like type of a couple songs that I heard coming out where it's like they're talking murder, murder, kill, kill, but they're doing it to a Usher beat, singing it all melodic and everything like that.
Right.
Pretty crazy.
Right.
I don't know if that's going to take off or not, but hopefully it doesn't. But it would be nice to get back to some real R&B. And I mean, I feel like that's Tank's whole push right there with R&B money,
Right.
Like, we're trying to get R&B back to what maybe not exactly what it used to be, but at least close to something similar, And I like the latest.
I think that this whole thing with the residuals, remix challenge or whatever, whether it's called a challenge or not, but
brought some singers out.
It brought some people out, man, and not just the mainstream. There's a lot of indie artists, man, that like they was killing it.
Yeah,
like I can't name them. I mean, I don't remember them all, but like there were some indies that were.
It's a lot of talented people out there.
R. Kelly came out and just he drops one from behind
the bars,
behind
the wire.
Yeah, I was like, oh man, like.
Nah, he can do that now. He should drop another album at this point. But I'm with all the events going on in the world today, I'm over holding the people accountable for their actions. Like, apparently there's a difference between the art and the individual. So,
right.
As an artist, bro is hands down top tier. As an individual, he's done some fucked up shit. But we have a felon as president now.
Right.
And immigrant who's calling the shots for a lot of government entities. If murderers and killers can be pardoned for doing less, fucking they should pardon R. Kelly. Let this man go. Let him go back to making some music. Maybe R. Kelly is what we need to unite the country again. He can do another. What was that song he did with Celine Dion? Celine Dion.
Right. I mean,
maybe we need some R. Kelly in our life. Maybe that's what's happening with America right now. We lost R. Kelly and everything's
gone to shit. I'm
still
hearing you repeat Celine Dion in my head. Celine Dion.
It's a combination between Solange and
somewhere out there's somebody named Dion that's going to open up a salon, and they just was like,
Dion.
I should call it Celine Dion.
I would like 5% of the revenue, please.
And I'm his manager, so
you can get 2.5% off of my 5%. We'll split it. I'm a fair shake kind of guy.
But yeah.
Nah, I mean, R. Kelly, one, props to him for even wanting to participate. Two, let the man make music. Whatever. And again, like, I understand he's got, victims and stuff like that. Like, whatever. He should be
I think his residuals and all that are technically going to the victims anyways, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, just make some music. Like,
It's a weird space to be in. But, I mean, he should be able to recoup, collect some of the money. Not the majority of it. He should be able to get a smaller portion and let the victims collect the rest of the money. He should be able enough to at least make a living. Yeah,
he should be able to pay some rent, and
that's about it. But all the families of his victims and his victims should be taken care of based on the money that he makes.
For sure.
We should stop this cancel culture bullshit and then just make people pay. If you did something that affected that there were victims of your actions, then you continue to do what you do, but they get most of the compensation.
Yeah.
Period. And, let's call it a day. Because, I mean, at the end of the day, that's what it seems like everybody wants. Everybody just wants money. Because if they didn't, they wouldn't settle. They would take these matters to court. They wouldn't get handled behind closed doors. People would actually be held accountable. But nah, you throw enough money at somebody, they're going to shut up anyway and carry on. Might as well just make it par for the course.
I mean, if money can buy a citizenship nowadays, then you might as well
Right.
let him out and let him do his thing.
Money can buy freedom. Yeah, maybe he's got $5 million stashed away. He can.
Maybe he wants a gold card to.
Yeah.
Yeah, to freedom. Who knows?
Gold card for his gold showers. Trip, trip, trip.
Wasn't gonna go there, but hey, that's
I couldn't help it.
I'm sorry, that's the first thing that comes to my head when you say R. Kelly. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like Dave Chappelle.
Yeah.
Yeah, he shouldn't. Dave Chappelle should have never done that.
Nah, I'm glad he did it.
But I'm glad he did it because it was genius.
He did it. That was the most iconic thing. I mean, he did a lot of iconic shit, but that was definitely one of the most iconic things that he did. Between his Rick James skits, like that was
fantastic.
If anything, he probably added an extra layer of fame, of notoriety to these individuals, you know?
And that's a key to Charlie Murphy too, because
Charlie Murphy,
the stories, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, Charlie Murphy was a great storyteller.
Like if you bought bought those shows on DVD and you saw the deleted scenes or the extended stuff,
yeah,
he had other stories that didn't go to TV.
That didn't even make it. Yeah, habitual hilarious. Line stepper.
Right. We call the dude. Hey, what's a moron? You're a moron. What's a moron? What is he talking?
Yeah, Charlie Murphy was hilarious.
Yeah.
Shout out Charlie Murphy. So also another musical note.
Bing.
Was that the musical note? The key of A minor.
Me. A minor.
Alicia Keys also did songs in A minor. It's popular minor.
Hey.
Minors. Yeah, so, we had some notoriable albums that were released 30 years ago this month, one of which being E40's In a Major Way.
Ooh.
Remember that one?
E-O-O.
Sprinkle me, man. Dusted and Disgusted.
E40, man. Just the catalog.
To this day.
The catalog.
To this day. Man's still been making music. Because that was 30 years ago. He's been dropping music all 30 years.
I feel like this dude has like 3 albums a year, too.
Probably. Like, I know some year he did like 4 or 5. I remember there was that one year he had like a 4-disc set.
Right.
Man, I don't even think I've listened to all of them.
E40 got
I
a
bought
catalog,
all 4 of them.
bro. He got a catalog.
That man got a catalog from deep. Dopest one that he did. I love the production on it when he did the Bay Area. What album was that? Why can't I think of the name of it? Which is crazy because that was, I want to say Lil Jon produced that one.
Yeah.
I want to say Lil Jon was a producer on that album. Why can't I think of the album?
Yeah.
I can see the cover.
He has so many. That's the problem.
Yeah, it really is the problem. But yeah.
But also not a problem.
Right. Problem for other people.
Right.
Yeah, In a Major Way. 30 years.
That's dope.
30 years ago this month. Another one, King T. For Life. California classic,
King T.
Old Dirty Bastard, Return to the 36 Chambers.
Oh, baby, I like it raw.
Yeah, that came out this month.
Shout out to ODB, man. Rest in peace. That was a dope album.
Gone too soon.
I remember just banging that in the headphones. Like that was a.
Nah, you couldn't. ODB was a character, man, at that time.
With my portable CD player with anti-skip.
The anti-skip, the 10-second or the 15-second?
I don't remember. It should never worked anyways.
Was it a Sony?
I always had Sonys. Yeah, I did.
Yeah, it was Sony. Yeah. I think I had a Magnavox.
I had Sonys.
Bro, you remember the car kits where you had the tape cassette player?
Right.
Yeah.
And they wore out too.
They were out quick. Yeah,
that's some good albums.
ODB. And last but not least, the infamous Tupac Shakur dropped Me Against the World this month, 30 years ago.
It's me against the world, baby.
Me against the world.
Me against the world, baby. Yeah,
that was before Suge got a hold of him.
That's a dope album. That's a classic one right there.
It was. He went in. He came out of prison a different man.
Yeah, Pac, he came out swinging.
Pac before prison versus Pac after prison. Like you can totally hear the difference in the musical catalog. And one thing that I was wondering is, unfortunately, we never got to see him finish his time with Death Row. But I always wondered, like, after he left Death Row, would he kind of revert back to like older conscious Pac?
Right.
Or would he continue to be like the street gangster Pac?
And see, that's where some of the rumors swirl, right? There's rumors that swirl about the uh, reasons why what happened,
Yeah.
and who was actually involved and behind it, because there were rumors that he was getting ready to step away. That he was going to go off, whether it be on his own or
Somebody else,
go,
yeah.
or just go, I'm going over here with, Dre's going, I'm going with, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
that, I mean, imagine Dre separates, right? Because I think Dre separated after Pac.
Yeah.
So
It
imagine,
was right around the same time. Snoop, Dre, Pac.
right?
Yeah.
So imagine Dre separates and eventually starts Aftermath, right? And Pac joins him. What would that look like?
It would have looked like California Love,
Now,
Part 27,
now if he,
without gay ass Dre. No,
so
I'm
if that happens, right? Does first and foremost do we get Ring Ding Dong? Are we getting that album?
Was that the Friday soundtrack? Or
Are we getting those songs? The ones that after he left Death Row, right?
I think we're still getting those songs.
Are we getting the are we getting Slim Shady? Are we getting Eminem? Or would he already be doing what he's doing with Pac?
So preoccupied with Pac that he doesn't find Slim.
He's not looking, and
Yeah.
nobody passes that to him because they're like, oh, he's got Pac. Let's pass M. Because remember, Fat Joe almost signed M.
Right. So he could be on Terror Squad.
Right. The whole shape of the whole industry could be different.
That would have been crazy. That'd be crazy. Well, I mean, imagine if neither of them died. What would have happened? When I say neither of them, I mean Pac and Biggie. What? Because I heard there was also talk about Biggie leaving Bad Boy.
Right, there was.
So is it coincidence that there's talks about them leaving and somehow they ended up 6 feet deep? Or was the East Coast, West Coast beef really that serious that people got caught up in it? Or was it all a plot to try to maintain that control over these artists so that
How
they're
many paths the
so that
rabbit
their
hole
producers,
has?
yeah, I know, so that their producers can maintain control and keep making money off of them,
Right.
squeezing this cash cow out for everything that it's worth.
We got to once my DeLorean's back up and running, we'll have to see what the multiverse.
I'm down. Let's jump into time.
But
beef.
that could be crazy. That could be a lot of craziness.
That would be crazy. Yeah, if Pac and Dre were together on Aftermath,
That's crazy. That's crazy to think that Me Against the World came out 30 years ago. That's crazy.
you know what? Well, I wonder if there would have been more. I'm now just thinking about different rabbit holes. Pac and Quick, them two together.
Ooh. Quick did produce a lot.
Quick did produce a lot, and I could definitely hear Pac flowing smoothly over some Quick beats.
Oh yeah.
Man,
I mean, imagine the features.
we missed out.
Imagine the features. I mean, we're talking about Pac, but imagine the features Pac would have been on other artists' stuff. Like,
Yeah,
how would that sound?
because we're talking late '90s. So if we're going early 2000s, we got Pac and Nelly, maybe Pac and DMX.
Pac and X would have been crazy.
Pac and DMX would have been
the
wild.
energy.
Man, between
Ooh.
the two of them,
Ooh.
bruh. I bet Pac would have brought the best out of X too.
Would Pac have dissed Ja Rule for calling himself the next Pac?
I don't even think it would have been on. Yeah, he probably would have. He dissed Hammer, so he probably would have dissed Ja Rule too. I was gonna say I don't even think Ja Rule would have been on his radar. He'd have probably laughed it off, but
Right.
shit, maybe they would have did some tracks together. Pac and Ashanti would have been a vibe.
I could see that
Pac
happening.
and J-Lo.
Maybe.
If we just replaced Ja Rule with Pac. If Pac did all those, instead of it being Murder Inc., it's Aftermath.
would Pac have done anything with like a on some Hot Boys or some No Limit
I could see it.
South stuff?
Maybe. I mean, that would have been an interesting mix. Pac and Wayne. Pac and the Little Wayne joint would have been dope.
Would have been crazy.
Pac and Drake. Could you imagine?
Pac and Pun?
I could see Pac and Pun. Pac and Pun would be wild. Man, if Big Pun was still here. Pac and what's that? I don't want to call him that. Rick Ross. Pac and Rick Ross. I feel like that would have been smooth because Rick Ross has some crazy. I love Rick Ross's production. I'm not so hot about him as a person, but as an artist, I don't think it can be denied. Like, bro,
So
relevant as fuck.
Pac and Kendrick.
Pac and Kendrick that's a
I mean,
match made in heaven.
thinking about if Pac was around right now,
Yeah,
and Kendrick was doing what Kendrick's doing.
Yeah, I could definitely see Pac and Kendrick because that's like two generations coming together.
Right.
The older and the new.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh my God, the West Coast would just be lit.
I could see them definitely riding together. Bring Snoop into the mix. They can make a new 213. Or they would call it a 310 because, that was the new area code. So take the 213. You got 310 now. Yeah.
Some quick beats and some Warren G beats.
Man. All West Coast producer beats. Warren G, Quick, Dre. Hitman. Battle Cat.
Oh, yeah. Of course. King T.
Like those beats. Yeah, that would be, it's a compilation of the century right there.
Man, well, that's a lot of what ifs right there.
It is. I like it.
I'm gonna have to take that with me and ponder because, man, that
was good.
I
like that. We should do some more what ifs with dead artists.
The what-ifiverse.
The what-ifiverse.
Well,
and we do what if with Biggie next time.
Man,
what if Biggie did a collab with?
What if the beef got squashed and they just went back to rapping together?
Man,
straight up,
and it was just Pac and Biggie.
Squashed.
That'd have been dope.
On some like Nas and Jay-Z stuff, you know what I mean? Like, bring it together.
Yeah.
I feel like it could have happened.
It could.
It was homies to begin with. I feel like there could have been a conversation to be had.
Right. They could have squashed it. But again, there's a lot of animosity in the air that
well, it's animosity along with instigators.
Yeah.
You got people in your ear.
That push that narrative. Yeah. The gift and the curse. But I wish we could take it out as much as I like hip hop beef. I like the competition, the back and forth. It's good. It's great. I think it's what helps the genre grow.
Yeah.
And everything like that. But I wish we could look at it more as like a sport, a boxing match.
Right.
Like, we got rounds. This round it's Biggie and Pac, you got a winner, you got a loser. But at the end of the day, it's just a fight. All right, we come back together. Everybody goes back to their respective corner.
You want to get into a deeper what if, and we won't even go here. But I mean, you can say, what other movies would Pac be in at this point? You know what I'm saying? Because he was on that acting trip too.
He was already.
We kind of talked about
making that move. Yeah.
So
he was already making that move.
I think with all this said, we reached that and then some.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna call it, man. Y'all got any Pac collabos y'all would have loved to have seen? Hit the comments. Can you reach that?
Can you reach that?
Can you reach that? Brought to you by Double One Entertainment in Coopersville. Hosted by Tango and Coop. And created and edited by Tim Greenlee and Brandon Adolphus. Music, sound design, and editing by Michael B. That's me. Visual art and graphic design by Jonathan Greenlee. Additional visual design by Timothy Greenlee.